Hello fish keepers and other people who want to learn more about the fish keeping hobby. Welcome to Aquarium Thoughts, and I'm Dave. Today I'm going to talk about the time I wanted to get my Siamese Algae Eaters out of my big 53-gallon tank right here. Of course that was earlier today, well actually technically yesterday, considering it's now 2:33 in the morning. Yes, I'm recording this at 2:33 in the morning. Anyways, I wanted to get them out because I didn't want them to be the focus point being the largest fish in the tank, and they were kind of getting a little rambunctious in there, and I decided it was time to rehome them. Now, of course, I could have gotten fish net, went in there, tried to grab them, but in the end on that one, I would have tore up the plants, tore up the decorations, made a whole mess, stressed out the fish, and that would not be a good idea. So I decided to make a trap. I've done a trap before. Last trap I did was out of a 1-gallon Crystal Geyser jug, which is one of the square ones. Cut off the lid, invert it, put it in a tank, and hope to catch a fish. Luckily that succeeded. This time I wanted to go something smaller because I had actual plants planted in there, and I only had a couple small fish to grab, although they were the largest ones in there. And I had a spot where I could actually put the trap without disturbing the plants. So anyways, I decided to make a better do-it-yourself trap that I like much better than doing a bottle, cutting the half and inverting it, because I always had problems with that where the lid would not stay in there properly. You try to get in the water, it just falls out. Fish could actually just push it out sometimes. So anyways, I decided to make a new version. So what you want to do, what you're going to need if you want to do this yourself is one of these blue Gatorade bottles. I like the way that this bottle looked. I like the blue one, so I got the blue one. Now of course you go other flavors if you want, that's your choice. I did like this design better mainly for this little thing right here, this little design right there, and you will see why shortly once I actually show it to you. So I'm going to set this off the side, but you will need one of these yourself. You're going to need to empty the bottle some way, either drink it, dump it out, give it to a friend, but you're going to need this bottle right here. I'm going to set that out to the side. Another thing you're going to need is one of these, which is a plastic canvas. I used this before in some other of my do-it-yourself builds, so I have some of these lying around. Of course, you can make a little mask right there if you want to, but we are not doing that today. We are making a trap for the fish. Now keep in mind you don't need the whole sheet. The whole sheet will just be too large, and you will need to cut this. And the bottle, so you're going to need something like a razor like this, preferably sharp because it's going to cut easier, and it's also going to prevent making situations where it's easier for yourself to get hurt. And if you do happen to get yourself hurt on a sharp razor, it's going to be a lot less painful than a dull razor. Another thing you're going to need is some zip ties. This is my little bunch that I use. Just little ones, enough to actually they'll be able to slide through the holes on your plastic canvas. Yes, you can cut the holes, but I find it just easier just slipping through the holes and doing it that way. So once you got all the things you need, you got your Gatorade bottle or whatever bottle you want to use, but keep in mind it's going to have to work a certain way in order for this to work, or find a way to make it work. That's what you need to do. So basically I'm going to go show you how I did this. I take the Gatorade bottle, it's going to be empty at this point, cleaned out, washed out, and all that, and I'm going to cut it right around there to basically preserve this. And what I'm going to do is I am going to place a couple of zip ties right there, as you can see, which is not going to be able to move up or move down. It's stuck there. And it's not going to be all the way tight, and you will see why that is so shortly. So then you're going to take your lovely plastic canvas, you can get your zip ties, and what you're going to make is a cone like this. As you can see on that, I have zip ties up here holding it together, and I have a zip tie down here holding it together. I also have these two right here. If you can see, there's a little gap in there, and there is a reason for those gaps, which you will find out right now when I actually put the two pieces together. Here's your bottle, here's your cone, and there's your trap kind of partially put together. Now of course you probably try putting this into the aquarium like that. What the problem is on that is this cone is probably going to fall right out. or the fish are going to be able to push it out. This might work, it might not, but what I do like to make it work better is get the zip ties, get 1 and 2 of them. You're going to need 2. You're going to basically feed the zip ties through this little section on the cup bottle right there, feed it through there, feed it through the loop, tighten it, close it up, and do the same on the other side as well, close and tighten it up. That way your cone's not going to be able to move, and it's also able to be removed by just cutting it and letting your fish go where you need to have them put. Rehome it to another aquarium, rehome it to a friend, whatever you wanted to do with that fish. Nice little easy way to catch your fish. Basically the fish swims in there, and oftentimes it has difficulty finding the hole out. It kind of goes up here or down up there, and just if it doesn't find the hole, it's not going to get out. Basically what I did with my Siamese Algae Eaters, I saw them go in there, they're in there, and I just removed the bottle and I got them. A lot easier than getting a fish net and trying to catch those fish. The Siamese Algae Eaters are fast, and you're not going to catch them with a net without stressing out all the other fish. So there's that. Now, of course, what you want to do is you want to make sure you place the trap in the tank where you know these fish are going to be. If you put them somewhere else, you can't catch them. It might take longer. When I put them in there for the Siamese Algae Eaters, I put them in a spot where I knew where they were going to go. So that helped. Now, unfortunately, when I did that, I also did bait it with frozen bloodworms, which, of course, Crimson decided to go in there and basically kind of got himself stuck in there. But he was actually able to find his way out through the hole. Now, some cardinal petras, on the other hand, did that, and they had trouble getting out because they kept on trying to go off the sides. I mean, I saw one go through like Crimson did, but in the hole, in the end, this actually helped me a lot. I put it in the tank. It only took me a couple minutes for the Siamese Algae Eaters to actually find it and swim in there, and I was able to get them out of my tank without disrupting all the plants, stressing out the fish, and so forth. So anyways, I hope you like this video. Feel free to use this design for yourself. I hope it's useful for you. If you do like my videos, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification if you want to get notifications as well. If you have any comments, suggestions, or whatever, do feel free to leave comments down below as well. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good night, day, or whenever you're watching this. Thank you.